Welcome, and thank you so much for clicking on my video because we have seen the bounce that we were really expecting. Are we going to get the roll or are we going to see some funky behavior down here? Because something down here has an 85% chance of happening tomorrow. So we're going to give you some updated daily expected moves for some critical levels for tomorrow. Because in this area, are we setting up for a squeeze or are we just setting up for some kind of drop? Well, it's important for us to get into those signals. It's important for us to look at the 2-hour chart, look at the 30-minute chart, and realize that this 2-hour chart has not been able to go positive just yet, but maybe we are just on the brink of seeing that. So let's get into it. Now, I think it's very important we go over the VIX first, mainly just because I want people to actually get this information, and a lot of people don't watch to the end of the video where we go over VIX. Note that if you're going to watch these videos, it's important to take in all of it because volatility can give you some great hints of what can happen in the market. And what's the hint that it's telling us for tomorrow? Well, volatility is overall calling what? It is calling a 85% chance for a down day in the next 2 trading sessions, but oops, we didn't have a down day today. So we do have that 85% chance for a down day tomorrow. Very, very nice to see this as we did utilize our daily expected moves. We're going to update those in a minute, but we do have some gaps to take care of, and we have the opportunity to potentially even set up some kind of trap. But we might want to be cautious if volatility is turning to the upside. So if we do see the 2-hour confirm, volatility will be going into positive territory. That will tell me to back off for a moment. It will tell me to be very patient and wait for that to roll back down. So tomorrow is going to be critical. And I just wanted to go over this with volatility. Why are we paying attention to, why were we talking about a divergence? Why are we paying attention to the lower high now? Because we did see somewhat of a break of the lows in here. We did lose the 5-day, so we're looking for a reaction for some kind of roll because we really want to see a signal that tells us that the daily chart is going to confirm to the downside on this MACD. And if we are able to confirm to the downside on this MACD, it will open the door for a pretty decent size squeeze at that point. So we're going to have to do a lot of homework on the SPY, and I think we need to get over there and talk about it. So at this point, if the 2-hour were to cross down, that would be risky business. We can always make a 2-hour divergence, right? We still have the daily chart that is in positive territory. So the 2-hour chart, if that would come down to these levels, we'd really have to be on edge because that would be a bearish roll. But sometimes the market likes to give you a nice trap down in here with a 2-hour divergence because 2-hour divergences do like to turn up the daily chart. I think that's very important to say before we get into the 30-minute because the 2-hour is not positive yet. Now, the daily expected moves for tomorrow, 693.33 to the upside, 684.59 to the downside. So we see what, as of tomorrow, we see a smaller 68% zone for the day. And we see that we are landing back in our 68% zone for the week. Still some time to see if we can see something crazy tomorrow. But for tomorrow, we do have a lower amount of implied volatility. So no kind of craziness really expected from the market tomorrow. But we might want to take care of one, and we want to be open to potentially coming down for the second gap. So we're going to have to do that homework on the 30-minute chart. So we're going to have to get into this 30-minute chart. Now, as you can see, this is what we were paying attention to. If we came up to here very quickly throughout the day and turned to the downside, that's where we would really start to look for, yes, the higher low, but we'd be very open to the divergence for the 30-minute. We will be looking out for those divergences if the 2-hour is able to roll down in this area. But as of right now, the structure of the 30-minute chart is telling you what. And we can add volatility with that as well with the 85% chance for a down day. We can pay attention to the lower expected move of 684.59. We can pay attention to that level, look for the gap fill at that point, see us come down to those areas, and if we're able to confirm up, this will be a potential higher low at that point for the MACD, for the price action, for everything out there. It will be showing itself as a higher low. That would be fantastic, but squeeze is still on the table. We have not confirmed down on the MACD, but we did get that closing bar a couple of times. Even though we are above the 5, you have seen a couple of closures below that 9 on the 30, this red line that is coming across right over here. So something that I'm really looking for is a continued squeeze or the higher low. Those would be more probable. If you do see somewhat of a surprise, we want to be very cautious as this turns down. We want to be patient as that starts to curl back to the upside. At least that's my plan. Maybe you're a little bit riskier than me, because if we turn down and we aren't able to bounce up with a higher low, that 2-hour could roll down, and that would be the bearish roll. So the bearish case here is that the 2-hour is able to roll. How would the 2-hour roll? Well, you would see the 30-minute cross down first on this MACD. We would watch, and look for that little trap before the weekend if we're able to carve out that higher low. But if we don't see the signs down in this area that we're turning back around, then we could just be in for another test of the actual lows. This is fantastic for price action, by the way, because you have a solid area right in here to go retest. You have a solid area right in here to retest, and you have a solid area right in here to retest. You would really like to test the buyers in one of these areas, and I think that's what's going to most likely take place, especially according to the VIX. We have an 85% chance to see some kind of down day. So if we are able to curl to the downside on that MACD, we could continue down to that daily expected move. But at this point, the positioning of the MACD would say be very, very aware of some kind of higher low, some kind of retest of the buyers, maybe down towards that 683. And we see a very, very similar thing with the rejection higher low that we talked about yesterday. We talked about going up, and if we're not going to fall early on in the day, if we remain in those areas, that could be enough to push the MACD into positive territory. As we hang out in these areas longer and longer, and these buyers still remain intact, even if you go retest them, it could be a time where you are going to set up a higher low, and the MACD is saying pay attention to a higher low. And if we do get that higher low, it would be a potential opportunity to see if the 2-hour is actually able to go positive without crossing down, because once this crosses down, it becomes a little bit risky. We'll look for divergences and things like that here, but you don't necessarily want to be bullish if the 2-hour is falling through the floor here, because that could be the bearish roll. So the bear case here is that you are going to roll the 2-hour chart, but we do not see signs of that just yet. We actually see a solid move from the 30-minute. It is taking back the 5-day. This could technically squeeze at this point. It's not necessary to really go get that pullback, but VIX is saying there's an 85% chance of that tomorrow for the SPY, so the Qs can do the same thing. 625.27 to the upside, 615.80. That's great because it gives us a good level to pay attention to. Really quickly, I just wanted to, maybe for the Qs, look at the second standard deviation move, which would be about 610.85. So 610.85 would take you all the way down into these areas. You probably wouldn't want to get there tomorrow, but I would be very open to about 613.50. 613.50 or your daily expected move would be two areas where I'd really pay attention. But if you really want to keep things simple, you would say what? Well, the MACD was able to push into positive territory pretty significantly. So if you see some kind of pullback for a few hours and that's able to curl up into positive territory, here, you will test this high, go make a new one. And if that all takes place, the 2-hour can shoot into positive territory. And if that happens, we might be testing these highs and going to make a new one. So if we are able to carve out a higher low, that would be very, very nice. We are aware that some kind of divergence could be created here to turn up the daily chart. But as of right now, the 30-minute chart is suggesting that we should pay attention to a higher low. If it forms, then we can head to that upside. And maybe you are just looking for some kind of crazy slanted head and shoulders here to turn to the upside. So this looks like what is very, very probable to come up in the next trading session. So we will be watching that very carefully. And if I do see somewhat of a confirmation, you might even see a Friday update video from me. But we do have a big storm coming. We have about 12 inches of snow coming just, I think it starts up tomorrow. So I'm hopeful to be able to sit at my desk. I'm hopeful that we do see these things confirmed tomorrow, because that would be when I will put out a video to YouTube. So make sure you're subscribed and make sure that you have those notifications on. One last thing I wanted to talk about, just as we kind of wrap things up, we'll give a quick summary. I'm sorry the video is a little bit quick this time, but quick doesn't mean bad, right? Just because it's kind of like someone taught me the thing about like a plumber. Would you rather have the best plumber fix your stuff in an hour and pay more, or would you rather have a average plumber come to your house and take 2 days to finish the job, right? And I think that's kind of what's going on with this video. We've been kind of prepared for this for a long time, right? If you've really been subscribed to this channel, we've been talking about the SPY and the Qs doing something like this in our scenario number 2 and 3 for a while. So now it's just homework time. It's time to watch if we carve out the higher low. But one thing I wanted to discuss here was IWM. I think this is interesting. IWM doesn't have to do this, but I'm just wondering if the rotation play will be here, because as of right now, you do have a 2-hour divergence forming, but not confirmed on your MACD and RSI. And the 30-minute is pretty high up here, but it is still keeping somewhat of a Divergence on the RSI intact, that might be a little bit extended. So we might have some room here even for IWM to actually see if it gets down by that center line and curl to the upside. But I just wanted to bring up that we could see somewhat of a rotation from IWM into the SPY. But I think tomorrow, the very, very critical thing to understand is the 85% chance for a down day tomorrow. That ends tomorrow. So VIX is calling out that we're going to see some kind of down day tomorrow. But as we look at the charts right now, as we look at our MACD positioning for the 30-minute, we would say, uh-oh, the 30-minute was able to go positive. We were able to take back the 5-day. And maybe tomorrow, even if we get a down day, we want to really watch it very closely, because if we're able to turn back to the upside, maybe at the end of Friday or maybe even on Monday, then that would suggest that we are going to go to make new all-time highs. The easy target for this, by the way, would be, hey, the 2-hour is going to ride all the way to next week's weekly expected move, which we will give out to you this weekend. So it looks like going into tomorrow, that 85% chance for a down day is something to watch out for. Now, that doesn't have to mean anything, right? That 15% of the time it doesn't get that right, but that's what VIX is calling out. So if we see some kind of higher low opportunity at our daily expected move, we would be watching for that, because the MACD positioning of the 30-minute is so high now that we would be looking for a higher low. But we not only want to be open to a higher low at that daily expected move, but we want to watch it all the way down to that 681.55. Once you start to break 681.55, it does start to become more risky. The 2-hour chart can be curling down. So if the 2-hour chart is curling down in some way by the end of the day tomorrow, then we want to be very, very cautious, thinking that this market will go up right away. We will have to remake 30-minute signals to show ourselves a trap. And if we don't make those signals at all, then we might be falling through the floor once again. But as of right now, it looks like the higher low scenario would be the most probable going into tomorrow. And that could be a very, very good opportunity. And I'll make sure to update you here on YouTube during market hours if I do see a confirmation starting to take place. Thank you guys so much for watching these videos. I hope that this is overall helpful to you. I hope that you are getting something from these videos. I hope that you're able to learn how markets are moving based on these weekly expected moves, and maybe even getting better at it. If you want to get even better at these things, maybe understand these videos a little bit better over the weekend, you can literally take the full technical analysis course. It can take you just a couple of days to get that new information. You can come into the market next week with a whole different outlook on the market and how it actually moves. And you can stop paying attention to everyone freaking out all the time on Twitter and just do your homework yourself and trust yourself and your skills. Thank you so much for watching. This is the last time we'll have that 90% off sale, so get it for $100 and learn over the weekend. But thank you guys. Have a great rest of your day. Peace out.